Been selling these drinks 6 years now. It's been working for me through the grace of God. And I gotta give God all grace and mercy for my business, for me still standing here to be able to sit here and talk to y'all, tell y'all this. So thank God, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I had King Kong on my back, because I had a drug problem. But that's up to you if you want to continue or you want to stop.
Of the things that is going around in this location, in your personal perspective growing up over here.
Not opportunities, man. Like if you look around here where we at in Molly World, a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying, like they basers, you know what I'm saying, like they jugs, and they got children, so they children, you will see them at the door 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
As I pull up on my bike, I hear a lady screaming. So I say, hey man, leave that lady alone. When I turn back around, I got hit across the face with a 2x.
We have an epidemic here of fentanyl, of Molly, of Percocet.
How Orlando to you?
I love this, my home.
What's up, everybody? Today I'm heading back to Crosstowns. If you have not checked out the first one, make sure you guys go check it out. Just dropped in not that long ago. But today I'm heading back to talk with local business owners about the area to see if things are getting better or getting worse. I want to give you a real look of what in life of Paramore really look like, straight from the people who live there and work there every single day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment and let me know where I should go next. I'm looking forward to see where y'all want me to go to. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this. Peace.
How you doing? My name is Bert, one of the owners of Paramore Styling, located right here on Paramore, 430 South Paramore Ave to be exact. But we've been here 10 years. Been a lot of ups and downs, but it's been steady, getting better. Been on an incline more than a decline as of late. But we just been here serving the community for 10 years. Like I say, we done had a couple events, you know what I'm saying, where we give back to the community.
Well, hello, I am former City Commissioner Regina Hill of District 5, a former, now retired nurse, disabled veteran, grandmother of 3, and a mother of 3. Served here in the city of Orlando as the commissioner for 13 years, and as a nurse, I served in this city for 25 years caring for others. So I would pride myself on being a servant leader, first serving my country, then serving those that families and patients that were ill, and then coming back to my community where I grew up to serve District 5.
Hey man, it's your girl 613 Twisted, man. You watching this live interview, man. This is the side of Orlando that many people don't get to see. Tune in, watch all the way to the end, All
right, so how would you describe what is life really like in this part of Orlando?
Look around you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's rough. You got many hustlers. You got to be able to find the opportunities. There's not many opportunities that's gonna come through here.
Word. So people think outside of Orlando, it's all tourists, stuff like that. Where we are right now, is it the same type of area where people see when they come into Orlando?
I mean, no, if you ride certain highways like I-4, when you're looking down, you could probably see certain parts of it, but when it comes down to the tourists, they really keep the tourists on the other side. The tourists is more so going towards like International Drive. Anything coming back towards the other way, you enter into the hoods, different parts of Orlando, down to the gutter. Right now we in Paramore, one of the worst neighborhoods really that come from out of Orlando. This here is like the bottom of the barrel. You down in the gutter, you know what I'm saying? Right now you standing in Molly World. This here is Molly World.
Okay, so for the people that really don't understand, like growing up in Orlando, because people, like you were saying, people think
a lot of it is tourists and all that. How was it growing up here to how it is now? Because a lot of it is being built around. But when you was growing up, you know, explain that for the people to understand that.
We never seen we never seen the theme parks unless the schools took us there. You know, as far as like field trips and stuff. Like, we don't see the roller coasters and stuff around here. You know, we don't see the beautiful side of Orlando, like what people would think, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, y'all where people vacate. You know, like I told you, like it's like a half and half. One half of Orlando, once you cross over international, you get that tourist side, you know, all the theme parks, all the beautiful 5-star restaurants, all the nice hotels and stuff. But then when you cross over to the other part, once you enter towards Kirkman and stuff and on back, it's the hood, you know, it's the bottom, it's poverty. You know, you got survivors, you got hustlers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got children trying to figure it out, trying to find out different opportunities, you know? Like, it's so much to see, you know what I'm saying? It's so much to get into. It's really where your mind at was gonna determine, you know what I'm saying, like where you headed to.
Dr. Wells, you know, that what's a good way of saying it? The children that were born, now you got great-grandkids that are here. He brought in certain people, and now his legacy is continuing, you know, over and over, yeah. As you can see, these are the people that have been here. Let me turn the light on. Because over here, you got like ledgers, there's a ledger. They moved everything around, but there's ledgers that Adam Clayton Powell signed or Ray Charles signed. They're here somewhere in here.
So much stuff in here.
Yeah, yeah. The amazing thing, like I said, in the times that I've been here, you know, I look at this. Again, I volunteered for Vietnam in '73.
Okay, thank you for your services.
The thing that bothers me, I mean, to the utmost, I'm trying to see where his picture's at. Right here, this is the man. That's the biggest tragedy that I've seen, you know, from way, you gotta remember in the 1920s, he was an entrepreneur. You know, he had his own orange grove and he had money.
You've seen the change in the neighborhood. A lot of people have their bias for what's going on in the neighborhood. In your personal perspective for your business, have you seen the better or the worse?
I seen change for the better. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be stuck with the past and they refuse to change, but just being in this business and being in this area, change been good. You know, change always seem uncomfortable, but in the long term of things, it paid off. And it's paying off.
Awesome. And for the youth right now, you know, a lot of things with the youth is going on in Orlando. You said you've been doing it over 20 years, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You were obviously at that age at one time. I'm not too sure how your life was growing up, but for the youth right now, they're probably struggling, trying to get their life focused. What advice could you give them right now?
I just tell them to, like, first of all, keep God first. Don't be ashamed or don't be reluctant to grow. You know, at the age I am, I still don't know everything. I still try to grow every day. And if, you know, some people may know things that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So just be willing to grow, be willing to listen, stay focused, stay out of trouble.
You saying you started an epidemic. What made you want to start in the neighborhood over here? Are you from the neighborhood?
Yeah, I'm actually from this neighborhood. I'm actually from 39th Nashville. Texas Ave, I don't know if anybody familiar with the area, South Side, that's like South Orlando. But over the years, my family from downtown neighborhood, from the Paramore community, it's all about being an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? Definitely about that. Just, you know what I'm saying, if you got a dream, you know what I'm saying, it starts in your mind, but definitely if it starts in your mind, just keep going, you know what I'm saying? And don't let nothing or nobody stop you or stand in your way, you know what I'm saying, from your dream. Because all it takes for you to have a thought in your mind for your dream to to be whatever you want it to be. Like selling these drinks. I've been selling these drinks 6 years now. It's been working for me through the grace of God. And I got to give God all grace and mercy for my business, for me still standing here to be able to sit here and talk to y'all and tell y'all this. So thank God, you know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't got God, better get him.
So, you know, you starting your business. Have you had any flaws in your business that made you not want to do it anymore?
The enemy, of course, the enemy have tried to stop me numerous of times. Enemy pop up on you telling you to stop. That's an encouragement for you to keep going. So the enemy pop up on you telling you to stop. You know what I'm saying? Pop up in your head. You gotta ignore that stop. You gotta ignore that stop just to keep going.
So over here, this side of downtown, and then you see the other side of downtown. In your personal perspective, does that change any of the business? Because a lot of people from the other side of downtown don't really like to come out here unless it's the new buildings and stuff that they're rebuilding. How you, in your perspective, see it business-wise?
I mean, business growing in the downtown neighborhood community, because as we can see, this Sister Soul Food, they got a line right here every day. People trying to come up here and get this soul food. They got this soccer stadium right here. They got the Kia Center right here. So downtown neighborhood is gonna be always a fluctuating community. But it's getting more safer and safer for people to come out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing going on.
Okay. And when it comes to like your business, I know you're speaking about all the different varieties of drinks that you have. How did you come up with this idea of your drinks? Like, did you find like a recipe to certain drinks? Did you do it on your own so that people can know what's special about your drinks to another person?
Like I said, I give it all to God. I give all the grace and mercy to God, because even from all the ideas, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just popped up in my brain. Like I can't even like make this up. Like, from all my ingredients, ain't none of these ingredients even written down. Everything is like literally locked in my brain. Like, I just know how to make all my drinks just from off my brain. I need to write this down though one day, but I haven't written none of these ingredients down. I make over 20 different drinks.
And you remember all the ingredients?
And I remember everything. I remember every ingredient that I add to all my drinks.
Awesome. What drink would you want somebody to try out in your personal perspective? This is their first time trying your drinks out.
The beetroot pineapple ginger, that's my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the one you bought. That's the one you bought. I have a lot of buyers on that drink because it's good for all kind of stuff. Good for your iron, blood pressure, blood circulation, antioxidants, inflammation. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I sell them for like $12. So with all them health benefits right there, you drink one of them, you good on energy and everything.
The neighborhood itself, what do you think is the problem of a lot of the things that is going around in this location, in your personal perspective, growing up over here?
Not opportunities, man. Like, if you look around here where we at in Molly World, a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying, like they bases, you know what I'm saying, like they Jews, and they got children, you know, so they children, you will see them at the door 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying, still running around playing or looking for $1 or $2, you know what I'm saying, just to feed themselves. Like, there's no opportunities for them. So as a child looking, you know what I'm saying, looking at what's around you, is either you gonna grow up to do the same thing you seen your parents doing, or you gonna grow up to be something different, you know?
What would you do if you could have a hand in anything to change the community?
Man, I put different organizations around here, you know what I'm saying, like to help the youth, not just the youth, because you got adults too, you know what I'm saying, that need help. I put an organization around, you know what I'm saying, that can help the adults, you know, like probably like a weed and seed program, you know what I'm saying, for the children, to teach them about drugs and what it could do to them, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, probably like a program or something that could screen mothers and fathers out that used to be addicts and stuff, you know, like they can help them find a job, help them get a foundation, you know what I'm saying, a home for their children, you know what I'm saying, to be able to raise up and grow up in and stuff. You look around, like I told you, like you see a lot of bendos, you know what I'm saying, you see a lot of boarded up places, some stuff burnt down, you know, people barely surviving, they barely making it.
Okay, so and for that case, you know, when it comes to like the drug infestations, the violence, the stuff like that, What do you think is the main problem of why that keeps on going and going? Is it morally just because, you know, people don't want to leave the neighborhood, or is just something that has to do with more just how it's been over the years?
No, it's just, it's really the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the neighborhood. There's nothing around, like I told you. So imagine you did go out, you know what I'm saying, and you got something for yourself. You bringing it around vultures. You know what I'm saying? So you always gonna have the next person that feel like, oh, I want what they got. You know what I'm saying? And when a person want what you got, they gonna try to come and get it from you, take it from you, any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? So like, this hood here is more than just children. This hood here come from robbers. You know what I'm saying? It's history of bank robbers coming from out of my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Not even just bank robbers shit. Some motherfuckers robbing motherfuckers in the streets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they not robbing, like where I'm from, they not robbing for petty shit like shoes and clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they robbing for real shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you speaking on and when you looking around, you know what I'm saying, it's like a lot that they, like I said, it's a lot that they can get into, man. Like, it's a lot that goes on. Like, if you went and got something, you keep moving, you know what I'm saying? You keep going forward. You don't get it and then come back into the neighborhood and sit in the neighborhood with it. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody always there trying to take it. Somebody always wants your position. You know what I'm saying? Somebody always don't like the way you shining. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker might not even like the way you grinding and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it get real down here.
Speaking of like that, like the violence wise, have you lost anybody throughout the years? And if you have, how's that affected your outshape of like life itself?
Man, I lost all my homeboys in 1 year. 2023 was the worst year for me. You know, I thought 2023 was like my Michael Jordan year. Like, I lost my homeboy E, you know what I'm saying? I lost my homeboy Kojo. I lost my homeboy Trick. This all on my platform. You know, my platform, you on my platform, you will see this. Like, I lost every nigga that you see standing with me up on the stage, you know what I'm saying, going with me in and out these shows and stuff, in the studio with me while I'm recording this music and stuff. I lost my own homeboys. How it affected me, man, it made me go harder, you know what I'm saying? It made me go harder. Not saying that I got something to prove, it's just saying like, shit, I got to carry on what we started, you know? I got to continue on, you know what I'm saying? I got to see the work finish.
I've been living there next door since 2004, 20 years.
Okay.
The same place. I've been
So
living there.
seeing the change of the neighborhood, and do you think it's for the better or for the worse?
I'm glad you said that. It's gotten better. It's gotten better. Long story short, you come out here in that lot there, say 98, 99. This was a community.
This area right here, was
the
neighborhood.
You can look at that right there. It had apartment buildings. It had everything. It had everything. Over here, there was a hotel. Around the corner, down the block, it was a hotel. Now, the bad thing here, I even had to do it at the Social Security office when they finally decided to give me my Social Security. I had to let the lady know, this doesn't rub off. This is permanent. This is on there permanent. This, you know, see where the driveway is at right there? There was one house left at that driveway. The guy did. One house left. And the city done paid people in the hundreds of thousands
To move out,
and everybody moved out. He held on. They came with $125,000.
wow.
People have gotten, look, my landlord, he had property there. And he had property where the power station's at. So for him to get this, for the city to get this property, they gave him 18 million.
What?
So my point here is, you gave the lady from that had the hotel 10 million. You gave this guy 250,000. You gave that guy $500,000. He took $125,000.
Wow.
And no sooner he left the house.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
The house went.
Yeah.
And it, 3 generations. It was his great grandmother, his grandmother, and then he had it. See, here. Come on, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, please.
That's here. Watch this stuff. Let me lock this up real quick. The building next door, right there, is where Dr. Wells used to live there.
Yeah. So, wow. This building right here on the right.
Yeah. Now that building wasn't there. I'm explaining that building. See where the arena is at? Where the Amway.
Yeah, the Kia Center.
The Kia Center is at. On this block, on the Kia Center, in the middle of the block, that's where that house was at. In the middle of that block.
They moved the house, or they just rebuilt it?
They moved it, bro. When they moved the house, like I said, I live here. When they moved the house, 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Look, beat it up. It went that way, backed it up, put it on the thing. And I'd say like a month or two later, a group of young black men came. In less than a day, they had it looking just like it was over there.
Wow.
They had that whole thing, yeah. There's history here in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
There is. There's history. Yeah, this is Dr. Wells' original house right here. There's a little thing that you can read there that states. Like I said, I just give them a hand every now and then that they ask me, I don't mind. But if you look at every little detail, there's a lot of history here.
So a lot of this area has changed dramatically in the last 10, 15 years.
One thing that was good that happened when the Kia Center went up, at the time it was called Amway, it got a lot of people from the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
They got jobs, they could work, you know. And little by little, it all disappeared and boom. It's like, it's quieter. There was a time here. Yeah. There was a time here that they would call me, hey, can you do us a favor? Find out how many people, homeless people, are sleeping here, and I'll come down and I'll peek. I'll say, oh, like 7. No sooner I say it, the police would come. They wouldn't arrest them, but would make everybody move.
Make a move and everything.
You know.
Wow. Do you think there should be more help in the neighborhood
Yeah.
if it comes to the homeless and the things that, like you said, jobs and stuff like that?
We had a thing in New York, where I come from, called manpower. Like they call here the labor pool.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not how you call it, like fishing, pulling them in so they could come, you know, to work, you know. And I say that much. I got here in '93, and I think it was $39 or $32 they were paying. Now they're talking about they're paying in the 60s. They're stuck. Everybody here, I don't want to say it, but I got to. You know, the drugs have like overpopulated, overdominated the people that are here. You know, it's a sign of weakness. Like I said, I came back July 1st of '75 when I ETS. Oh, I had King Kong on my back, you know, because I had a drug problem. But that's up to you if you want to continue or you want to stop. Yeah. Look out in the field right there. What do you see out there in the field?
Is that a homeless person over there? A box with, yeah, I see it.
Because the guy lives here. When the guy comes out and sees him, he's going to chase him off. But they come back.
Yeah.
You know.
So what you think they're gonna put like more houses there, or what you think they're gonna do there?
This is going. There's going to be jobs for people in the neighborhood. Why? They already put the water system over there on Chapman. This is going to become a hotel.
A hotel.
Yeah. Look, they're moving people out of here the the sneaky way. You know, like I said, people live there with that green thing that's around that. They used to be an apartment complex. They got to next year, the end of next year, they're gonna have to move, and they're going down the line. And I'm not saying in a racial way, but white people know that this is good property.
Oh yeah.
This is top of the line property here.
Uh-huh.
So if we could ease them out, we can take over.
Do you think?
My building is going in a year. Yeah, they already said it's going. You know, that's gonna be a parking lot.
I know that you're saying you're not in office right now. Since in an outside perspective, what do you think the community needs most right now, and that still hasn't been fully addressed yet?
Well, we still have to address more affordable housing, and it goes hand in hand with homelessness. We still need to address something that we really haven't put a lot of funding into. When I say I, meaning government, no matter if it's from a local component, national, or even state, is to really be focused on mental health and substance abuse, and especially in our minority communities. I think we focus on it. A lot of funding is going to other suburban communities, other folks that don't quite look like me. And we have a epidemic here of fentanyl, of Molly, of Percocet, and we're already at a disadvantage because we can't afford affordable insurance. So there's no real rehabilitation programs that we can go in to recover it all and recover our dignity, recover our life, and become productive members. Another thing I don't think that, or what I think we need to do more of is address giving second chances within our government to those that might be returning citizens or those that have not committed crimes in decades and they still can't get in the front door, getting a city job or working with youth so that they can change their trajectory and they don't have to go down those paths. So those are some of the things. We're doing a great job, I think, with public safety. Got a great funding mechanism from our budget and the chief. You know, there's always some improvement in any department, so there's improvement. But at a whole, since I first got elected, I think we've made a huge stride in bridging that gap between community and policing and solving crimes, because really it's the community that solve crimes. And now that the community have trust with our law enforcement agencies, we see folks able to really enjoy the luxury of having safe neighborhoods by our neighborhood watch programs and things of that nature. And education. I believe the greatest equalizer is education. No matter if you stayed in Paramore, West Lakes, Baldwin Park, Lake Nona, Windermere, Heathrow, it doesn't matter. If a kid has that solid foundation from cradle to career, we won't have to be addressing affordable housing or homelessness. So I think we need to continue to pour in even greater resources into early learning. And also for those that might not had a solid education and they have either dropped out of school or they have what I would call jobs that aren't career driven. So to give people these skill sets to make higher wage job earnings, I want to see more of that focus on city partnerships throughout these contracts with vocational and internship training, whether it be in our tech community or our construction community. Wherever there's city contracts, we need to make sure some interns from the community that's there on those jobs.
Okay, do you think people outside are watching this, like the government and the people of Orlando that are a higher power, care about this community or other community in general that are like this around here in Orlando?
No, they really don't care. You know what I'm saying? The only time they care is really election time when they're looking for your votes. You know, they come through the neighborhood, you'll start seeing them walking through, hey, you registered to vote, you know what I'm saying? They want to try to bribe you to come vote for them and everything, but actually getting out here in the community, seeing that the people need soap, toilet paper, tissue, to see how the household's doing, to see if it's boxes of food, you know what I'm saying? Not even the churches and stuff around here. You know, we just received several hurricanes. I ain't even see a church open up their doors to the homeless, you know what I'm saying? You don't see that no more going on, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this neighborhood is so rough. Orlando is so rough, you got people shutting their doors. Even the churches shutting their doors. You know, they're not going out there feeding the people. You know, they're not going out there saying, hey, a hurricane coming, we're going to pull in some of the homeless and let them come sleep in the church here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's shutting their doors. You know, this is the neighborhood where you lock your doors. You're going to lock your doors, you're going to lock your car doors too.
Wow, so the drug infestation, I know you're talking about the drug problem. Do you think it's still as bad as it was years ago, or do you think it got better?
Well, you see, I ain't got my teeth in the top, right? The drugs have gotten so bad. 4 years ago, like I said, I'm a vet. I left here at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to Michigan Avenue. There's a little Walmart to do a couple of things, and I came back. I stopped on the corner of Roslyn and Church Street As I pull up on my bike, I hear a lady screaming. So I said, hey man, leave that lady alone. When I turned back around, I got hit across the face with a 2x. Bang! Fell off the bike and started fighting. But as long as I looked and I seen that the lady ran and got away, that was the main thing. You know, drugs here. It ain't a black and white thing now, because you got more white people coming through here. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. They could stop it. They could stop it if they want to. This is my opinion. They can't. They can't. Have a program, you know, that they could go to. Stay a couple of days. Refresh yourself. You know, get back to normal. A lot of these abandoned buildings that they're tearing down to build up another building, use the same building, and you could get even homeless people out of the shelter by letting them fix the building up themselves, and you guys are in charge. You got to pay X amount of dollars. That's it.
Why don't you think they don't want to do that?
Oh, as long as they can keep you down, that's it. They're even better. You got to depend on them. You know. Long story short, and I don't know who's going to see what you're showing. Like I said, as a veteran, I got my Social Security disability through Morgan & Morgan in 08. You have to report that to the VA to let them know. So no sooner I reported to the VA, the lady told me, she said, when you turn 65, you can't file for your Social Security. I come. Yeah, oh, you already got your Social Security disability. You can't get no more. I let 7 years go by. Like I said, I'm 72. Let 7 years go by, and I went to the Social Security office, and they gave me my money. She said, well, I sincerely apologize, Mr. Ramos, for what they did to you. Well, why would you do that? Again, look, that can't come off. With spit, water, whatever, it can't come off. It's permanent. We're not going nowhere. Let's put it that way. We're not going nowhere. They could do anything they want to do. Eliminate it. We're not going nowhere.
It's where you will go and you will get like snacks and food, you know, hot sausages, chips, sodas. Like I said, a lot of these children, they don't see home cooked meals because they don't have a mother or a parent or a father, you know what I'm saying, that's set, you know what I'm saying, that teach them to say, oh, I'm gonna go on here and go cook up a meal. A lot of these children go and eat snacks all day, you know, from morning, noon, and night. So the bootlegger, you know what I'm saying, it's a gem into the neighborhood because it's many ways of how children, they come ask you for $1 or something, you know, 9 times out of 10, this is what they run into. We don't even get an ice cream truck that come through here, you know what I'm saying, for the people to flag the ice cream truck. Back in the days, it used to be an ice cream truck, but ain't no ice cream truck coming through here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think, like I told you, you get something, you don't come back into this area because when it was ice cream truck, mother go to the ice cream truck, order some, snatch it and take off running, you know what I'm saying? Like, a few years ago here in Orlando, y'all probably heard about it, the ice cream truck shot and killed the kid in the back, you know what I'm saying? Because he ordered some snacks and he snatched it and ran out. The kid really was hungry, you know what I'm saying? So when we don't got these people, these different organizations, these foundations and stuff to really like turn to, you got to think, you become a survivor. You become, you know what I'm saying, a product of your environment. So it's what you see, like I said, with your mindset, what you're going to engage in, you know what I'm saying, whether you're going to be a buddy, you know what I'm saying, on your own, you're going to turn into a hustler. You know, you got people walking around selling socks and waters, you know what I'm saying, all types of stuff, like, but it ain't never beautiful, sweet. You don't see no theme parks around here. You don't see none of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, you're in the middle of Molly World. You're in the bottom of the barrel. You know, this the highway. You know, you ride past, you can probably look through, you know what I'm saying, to see a little something, you know what I'm saying, of what be going on. But besides that, man, listen, these people that survive, you can look all the way down the street. You know what I'm saying? You see the people carrying their bags and walking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it get real down here. It get real. No ice cream truck. No beautiful none. The best thing, the beautiful that the children gonna see is Monday through Friday going to schools, you know what I'm saying? And then possibly if they part of a program that'll take them to go see the theme parks, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Like, we got churches, but these churches don't come in the community to open their doors for these people, to feed these people, to do none of that, you know, like, it's real. Orlando, like how I feel like Orlando is failing this part. It's failing this part. It's failing this part of here. Only way it's gonna change really is we got to change. You know what I'm saying? The people that's from here. So every day that I wake up, every day my hustle, my grind. You know what I'm saying? I tell myself like I'm about my neighborhood. I'm about my neighborhood. I'm from here, so I know what the neighborhood needs. Shit, even in the future, I probably end up running for commissioner. You know, this District 5. We District 5.
Awesome. I know we was talking before we started recording about how this was before.
Yeah.
You did stuff like that. Can you give them a little summary for the people who are watching that might not know how Orlando was growing up in your time?
Well, absolutely. Something that many people don't know, and I'm usually asked, why? Hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Getting you a nice little walk. It's a nice evening. Yes, sir. I appreciate your support. Thank you. That just warms my heart. It was someone that understands the work that I've done here in the community, and you know, it's been a pretty traumatic 2 years here, fighting the good fight. But for them to say thank you is so humbling, and I'm so grateful. Hello, Miss Kate, how you doing? All right.
How you doing, man?
All right, good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
All is well. Taking you a walk before you go home.
Yeah.
All right then. What you okay then? What you got there? You getting ready to get lucky? You done got lucky?
Oh, last week I went all $100 bills last week.
Ooh-wee.
It was a one weekend.
Don't spend it all in one
I
place.
put it all in the bank.
And there you go.
Can I see you again?
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you. So one of the, as you were saying it, I was just saying something I'm most proud of is the community connection, and how, you know, to see. I grew up here in District 5 at 8 years old, never having my own bedroom, never really having the best clothes, living in deplorable housing, in a single parent household. So to come back and these parks that I played in as I was saw many of my old constituents, is that the reason I ran for office, it wasn't for power, it was for purpose. I had gone back to my old childhood park in Paramore, and when I got there, there was no benches or tables or chairs out in the park, and so they were being deprived of the many amenities that was afforded to other people throughout the city of Orlando. And I was informed the only way that I could get those tables and chairs and benches replaced was to run for office. So it was park benches and chairs, the reason I ran for office, so that kids didn't have to sit on the ground and families could have their birthday parties and things of that nature. So here we are in one of the parks that I'm fortunate enough, through the support of Mayor Dyer and community partners such as Florida Citrus Sports, to have renovated Lake Larned Dune, which was a $17 million effort at that time, underneath the direction of the community neighborhoods.
Awesome. And for the mayor, if you could say one thing to the mayor of Orlando, is there anything that you would like for Orlando to change? Anything that you feel that should be changed around the area?
It's been a progress, but it's been a slow progress. I would say, you know, just keep uplifting the youth, you know what I'm saying? Keep backing small businesses and tell the police to ease up, because, you know what I'm saying, they be tripping, you know what I'm saying? They profile, you know, and everybody that you see are not bad people, but it used to be a thing of protecting and serving. Now it's like you guilty until proven innocent. That's how I feel through my eyes. But yeah, I say, you know what I'm saying, just keep doing what he's doing and keep you know, evolving the city and the area, and just like retrain their polices at the same time.
Yeah.
This the neighborhood of like.
Now you're doing good though, because
this the neighborhood
you
of
don't hear none
Marquise
of that.
Lloyd. You know, Marquise Lloyd from this same neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, Marquise Lloyd from the same neighborhood. Him and his wife used to stay right here on the street. You know, anybody that don't know who Marquise Lloyd. My sister dated Marquise Lloyd. You know, was all on the news and everything with him when they was looking for him. And anybody that don't know Marquise Lloyd, he the one that killed the police officer. You know, like I said, like it's not beautiful. And how I feel how I came and resulted to that point is people get tired. You know, people get tired. You see how they walking around with their head down. You don't see nobody up smiling. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear no laughter. You don't hear no joy. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, you have to be the laughter, joy of your own life. But when you got life beating you down and then you in a community, you know what I'm saying? And this is what you forced to see every day. I say the only time they see something different is when they taking a trip to the county jail. You know, you're in the back of the police car. They say, well, let the window down. Because they're going to ride you through the areas they ain't even been through, you know?
Wow.
Like that, it's like a field trip to them. You know what I'm saying? They actually get in the car, leaving from the everyday domain, you know what I'm saying, to go ride and see other parts of Orlando. So a trip to the county jail done turned into like field trips for a lot of people.
Sad.
Yeah, it is, man. It is.
Do you have any friends or family that's locked up right now?
Man, I got my daddy locked up. You know what I'm saying? I got homeboys that's locked up as well, you know, that I wish that would have took different routes and stuff on life, you know, but I'm a firm believer. I feel like it's a test for the testimony. They mind done been redefined. When I'm talking to them on the phone, you know, they telling me certain things they want to do. Some of them don't even sat in jail, you know what I'm saying? Instead of joining like gangs and stuff, they don't started utilizing the state to take up trades and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So whether they could come home, you know, with a trade or something up under their belt. Like, for real.
People just want to be loved and known that they're cared about. And I think that we as a community at whole, there's some great organizations that mentoring our youth, but I think it needs to expand. And I'm not talking about mentoring, like, for instance, showing up once a week and you're in a group. I'm saying even at a grocery store. Say hello to a young person. We're just so busy now going our own separate ways to where there's no connection. And I pride myself on that, is always trying to create opportunities and resources and love to our youth, to our young adults, to those that might, because I was the black sheep, right? Even as a commissioner, I've been labeled. So I understand how people won't allow you to outgrow a label. So I've always tried to go an extra yard to those that might feel downtrodden, that might feel like they got a some type of black mark on their head, because society is cruel. It's cruel to those that might not be popular, or to those that society has cast away. Community does that too. Feel like there's no hope for our future, and our future is our youth. So I think we got to go back and pour back into our kids and their parents.
Now this part here, this is where my daddy's from. You know, like I told you, the hood break down into several margins, you know, but we all across town, man. This here, we on Jackson right now. My daddy from Jackson. The other side that we was just at, my mama from, and that's where I'm from. You know, Jackson got a lot of history, you know what I'm saying, to it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, look around, you don't see no amusement parks, you don't see none of that, you know what I'm saying? You see hustlers, you know what I'm saying? You got the little YGs over here, you know, like, it is what it is, man. You getting a full view. You getting the full view, man. You getting the full view. This the neighborhood corner store. You know what I'm saying? We call it Jackson. Can't no anybody come to this store. You know, if you out of line and you come to this store, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what possible to take place. You coming in or going out of there. How you doing, Mon Dudes? We on this Orlando documentary.
Hey, baby.
Listen, this fam. Remember I told you, man, my neighborhood got stars, all that. Rich Mom. Rich Mom, AKA
Hey,
my
baby.
mom. How you doing? You want to say some words to the camera?
Oh, yeah. Look out for 613 Twisted. She doing her thing.
Man, we
Look
hanging
out
out,
for
man.
613.
That's it, man. It's all
Yes.
love. Like I told you,
Poppin'
across
and
town, it's a
poppin'.
family. It's a family, man. Everybody know everybody. Like, that's what it is. We go in the store. Like I told you, man, this is where we grocery shop at. This is where we eat at. This everything.
All right,
Okay.
Isabel.
Hey. How you doing, love? You want to say something to the camera for the neighborhood?
How's Orlando to you?
Hey, I'm Bill.
Living in this location, how is it for you?
How Orlando to you?
I love it. It's my home.
It's home.
Yeah.
It's home.
Anything you could change about Orlando that they ain't changed?
A lot.
A lot.
Like, give us something that you would want to change out here.
Well, you know, just it's a lot. Everything. Really
Yeah.
A lot. It's so much, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. But we need to change a lot of things. You know.
A lot of things. Need to change a lot of things.
Yeah. A lot of things.
A lot of things.
Has it changed a lot over the years?
A little, not really, but it's changed a little, not too much.
Not too much.
Yeah.
What's one of the changes that you done seen?
Well, let me think. Oh, how they trying to make it look better? That
Okay.
ain't too much of nothing. You know, we just being honest.
We being honest. That's all it's about. Just be honest.
But it ain't too much of a change. Yeah, a lot of things need to be cut down and stopped.
Cut down and start. I mean, it's generation to generation, man. The same thing. If no opportunities come
Right.
through the neighborhood, that's where they gonna be at.
Just like that.
You know, that's where they gonna be at. The opportunities got to come through. You know, some jobs or something, Job Corps. You know, we be needing these programs. We need these programs. A lot of the programs they cut, man, we
Thank
need
you.
it. You see how the lady said it's hope? That means they barely could even talk. Losing hope.
Yeah.
You know, losing hope. The neighborhood losing hope, man. They losing hope. They losing hope. This ain't Disney World. A lot of people think it's Disney World, you know. They think it's just fun. They think we just wake up every day and we just go to theme parks. We don't even see the theme parks. You see what our view is. When we look our head up in the air and you standing here with me, what you see right down that pole?
Camera.
You see a camera. That's all we see. A camera in our face. You know what I'm saying? Whether we performing or whether we trying to live just day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? We always being watched, but we ain't being watched for the right reasons. You know, if you're gonna put a camera, you're supposed to be trying to develop the neighborhood, do better about it. You know, the people losing hope, man, in Orlando. This the side that they don't show. This the side they don't really too much want to be seen. You know, but we gonna show it to them. This the real, true Orlando people. These are the Orlando folks. You know, this the city, this downtown. Matter of fact, you know, we standing in downtown. You see how easy it is when you cross over one side of the highway. It's beautiful, the tall buildings, the theme parks, and then the other side is just like this here.
That's something I noticed a lot in a lot of places that I've been to. You cross the railroad tracks, you're in a whole different location too.
Whole nother part,
Yeah.
whole nother life of living, you know? Whole nother life of living, man.